I'm gonna do a little mini rant. A lot of people, and I've been seeing this for a while now. This is not nothing new. A lot of ranting, a lot of comments, a lot of videos complaining about how WWE is not wrestling anymore. And that's a strange claim to make, in my opinion, because WWE has been what it is for as long as I know of. A lot of people are saying, it's all about making movies now and promotions and this and that, but it's always been like that. It's always been about, you know, the entertainment aspect of it. Okay, even if you go back to way in the beginning of when WrestleMania started, WrestleMania 1, the main event included Mr. T. If I remember right, I'm pretty sure Muhammad Ali was there. Okay, Liberace was there, and they've carried on that tradition every year to have celebrities there because of the entertainment aspect of what the WWE is, and it's always been this, and all it has done is merely evolve. It's merely become more and more like such, but it's always the main core of what the WWE is. It's always been about entertainment. If you look at Hulk Hogan, the big draw that Hulk Hogan was, he had his own cartoon. It was on TV. He had his own cartoon. They've always been about selling action figures and different miscellaneous things, and it's just all surrounding the fact, it's all layers to the fact that they've always been about entertainment first. You have to go way, way, way back to black and white stuff to remember the last time you've seen a real wrestling match in the ring. You got to remember this. This is no different. This WWE, it is no different than any other TV show. Just like every other TV show, it is scripted. It is about entertainment. It's about draw. It's about ratings, TV ratings. It's all about that. It's all about that because, and right now we're in what a lot of people are blaming why WWE sucks right now, the PG era. I got the quotes up. You can't see on the webcam. I don't have my webcam up. But a lot of people are blaming this on this PG era stuff. That's completely ridiculous, okay? Because if you look back on the history, except for the Attitude Era, and even in the Attitude Era, it was merely a mold. The WWE merely molded to the culture of whatever era it was in. They would bring in the biggest, well, not the biggest, but big celebrities in from that era, from that year in each WrestleMania. They would bring in look at WrestleMania, what was it, 14? WrestleMania 14. Mike Tyson, the feud between Steve Austin and Mike Tyson, and then where he turned on Shawn Michaels, Mike Tyson did, and Mike Tyson was a big pay-per-view draw. He was a big fighter in that time, a big draw. He was a big star, and as a boxing champion. So bringing him in to feud, the top boxing star, to bring him in for a WrestleMania 14, which WrestleMania 14 was great in my opinion. Anyway, to bring him in that time, one of the biggest stars and the biggest boxing star in that time, to bring him in and take on and feud with Steve Austin, who was the biggest wrestling star and was a big star in his own right, to bring that together, it was all about the entertainment. Right there in the middle of the Attitude Era, everybody praises the Attitude Era that it was, you know, this or that. And the Attitude Era was great, you know. I was brought up in the Attitude Era mostly, and you know, I'm a big fan of the Attitude Era. But you can't say that the Attitude Era was any different than wrestling is now in the fact about entertainment. That's what Vince McMahon's always been about. I've looked at documentaries, I've looked at interviews of Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon has always been about entertainment. It's not about wrestling. It's not about in-ring physically actually hurting each other like UFC. This is just a TV show. That's all this is. And it's all about getting ratings. It's all about entertaining. It's all about showing wrestling fans what they want to see or what they think we want to see. They don't always give us what we want to see, unfortunately. Because what we want to see, or what I want to see, is some of these John Morrison, Dolph Ziggler, these guys get pushed. And they kind of have been, and then they kind of let them fall off a little bit. But the fact of the matter is that what I'm trying to get at is that you got to look at the aspect of what the actual truth is, instead of saying, oh, it's so horrible right now, it's this, it's that, all they care about is their movies, all they care about is John Cena, all they care about is, you know, bringing all these celebrities, this and that. But they've really always done that. They really have. So it's a crazy claim to make, in my opinion, to blame why it's bad now on that. What it comes down to, why it's bad right now, is the creative writing. You know, and it's getting a lot better. I'm looking, I'm analyzing. They're making a lot more smart decisions. You know, i.e., Cody Rhodes going over Rey Mysterio was one of the smartest decisions I've seen the WWE make in a while. So they're working on that. It's just you can't blame it on this PG era, okay? Because that's the product. That's what it is. That's just like if you watch SpongeBob and you say, well, this is retarded, this is for kids. Well, yeah, it is. It is for kids. That's the target audience right now. They are targeting children. Why? Because it's PG right now, and that's the whole idea of being PG, is to have those kid fans. You have that PG rating, if you have more kids watching, you have the target audience. There you go. Looks like a win for WWE. Okay? That's what it is. So, you can't bash it for that, because that's what it is. It ain't like it's being something that it's not. That's what it is. You know? And I'm just like everybody else. I can't stand... it ain't that I can't stand John Cena. I'm just tired. I'm sick and tired of John Cena. You know? I tune in on Raw and I see the sea of orange and purple and red shirts, or whatever the hell John Cena wants to wear. He always changes it. But I just see the sea of them shirts, you know, the kids there. I see Rey Mysterio coming out, you know, taking off his mask and giving it to the kids, you know, that outer mask he wears, you know, and it's just time for people to realize that's what it is right now. If you're not a kid, then I'm going to break it to you right now. This is the breaking news. You are not WWE's target audience. Okay? A lot of WWE wrestlers, it's not just John Cena. Almost all of the WWE wrestlers, most of their fans are kids. Okay? It's not just John Cena. It's all of them. Because of the fact that's the target audience. So, to some people this is very obvious, to other people this is a revelation, you know, this is breaking, this is just wow, you know. So I hope some people listen to this and get an idea of what's going on. Um, don't forget to comment, subscribe. That'd be great. A lot of people are watching these. A lot of people are watching these, but I don't have any subscribers yet, which I didn't expect any yet because I just started. But I know I'll get there because I'm gonna continue to put my opinion out, and it's sure to happen eventually, right? So comment, subscribe, inbox me video ideas. That would be fantastic. Inbox me video ideas, and I will be all about getting on top of that. You can add me as a friend, whatever. Okay. But that's all I got for now. Thanks a lot. Peace.